Well, here we go. Thank you for being there, and here we are. I'll just switch to the big cam. Thank you for being there, for being patient. Was having a few troubles with my controller, as you can hear. My name is Mehdi. I'm the creator of the Suikocast, which has been around for something like 1 year, and that's the first official live in English. But there is some kind of episode zero. I will tell you at the end of the show. I have many things to tell you. I'm very excited. I hope. Thank you for the new followers on the Twitch channel. There is also the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter account you can join. They are all at Suikocast. It's not. It's really easy to remember. So I really hope you would join us, or at least spread the word about this new show. So why this new show? If you ask. Of course, if I'm going in the Captain of Youth kind of answer, it's because we all like Suikoden. Pepsi Flux gave us a woot woot in the chat. Hi to you, and I hope you are very well in the chat. Please feel free to interact, and if you have any question before we go into the real deal, which is a let's play of Genso Suikoden 1 in just a few. But like I was telling you, the goal of this channel, there is two goal, is to actually share our passion of Suikoden. There is I'm sure you are aware that there are a lot of communities of Suikoden, Suikosource, of course, Suikoden Revival, Suikoden in Singapore, Indonesia, in Spanish communities, even Dutch communities, a lot of them. Actually, they are not in France. There used to be some websites that one of them I was leading it at the time, but there are no real active French communities as far as I know. But if you know some of them, please let me know. I'll be glad to share with them. I was mentioning sharing actually this show, this podcast, because there will also be episodes, audio episodes of the podcast in English. We started in French, but I really want to expand, and I will tell you why. Actually, the idea is to share the same kind of philosophy that there is in the Suikoden series. To have a huge party, to share experiences, emotions with you all together, and the final goal, which can sound both crazy and both like, come on, dude, there has been so many attempts, we don't believe anyone would succeed. But the idea is to get a remaster remake of the series, and the crazy dream is to actually to get a sequel to the series. The final episodes we are all been dreaming about. The Suikoden 6, which was supposed to end the series in some details. I won't give you the details here because I really want the Let's Play to be spoil free, for to respect the people who will discover the series with us. So maybe I will tell you as long as I play. So the idea is really, please consider joining us. If you haven't yet, there are many social medias. Like I told you, there is Twitter, there is Instagram, there is a Facebook page for the replay. So if you miss some of them, and I'll be very interested. I already made a poll, but we are not a lot at the time being. well, starting, but I was really surprised how many people joined on the Twitter account and the other social medias in the, I would say, like 2 or 3 days. I was really surprised. So it's a good start, and I hope it will grow more and more in the future. And the idea is like, please spread the word. Let's leave the series together and try to maybe reach this dream I was told you about just before. So there you go. You can find us here and there on Twitch. Of course, you are there. You've got all of them are gathered in the Suikocast. As you can see, it's really easy to remember, and you can get the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter account. I hope you join, and I'm very tired at the time being because I launched all of them in a few days. It has been a lot of work, considering I'm doing a lot of streaming, not only dedicated to Suikoden but to pop culture and video games. So I'm very tired, but I'm really glad you have been patient for this introduction. So let's play together, and please feel free to interact anytime you want. I'll be glad to know what are your memories, or if you are discovering the game, please let me know, and let me also know if the sound is good with the balance between my voice and the game, please. So here we'll quit this one and we'll switch again to the play. So actually, as you can see, we started a few games. It was because I made the decision of having both a dedicated streaming in English and in French. When I started, the idea was like, come on, maybe we can manage both a French and bilingual stream, but I realized it was too complicated because the people not understanding French will have to wait for an English, and yeah, I was like too enthusiastic, too big utopian. So we start with the official name of the character. With some of them, I'm pretty sure you are not all aware of that if you are already a fan, but the main heroes of the Suikoden series 1 and 2 actually have a name. So the first one, I won't say much more about. The second one would get in there in time. Is Till McDowell. So we'll stick with how I've seen it written. Some of them are going like chill. Others are just like, they're also writing it like Cheer McDowell. Well, anyway, in my name it sounds like chill, like this. So, but I think that's kind of a detail, because maybe that's the English sound, chill, still. Maybe I will. Okay, little less. Is that okay for the sound and my voice in the chat? Can you let me know at some point, so I won't be speaking, over the sound of the game, or on the contrary, you not hearing me during the whole streaming? Can you? If you're watching, hearing, please let me know. So I will start, and you will tell me. So here we go. Suikoden 1. Let's go. If you were wondering during the the waiting before the official launching of the stream, you were hearing Suikoden Symphonic Suite. It was recorded by a Japanese orchestra, which is called Jagmo, Jagmo. They have a channel and you can find it pretty easily. I will maybe I will in the replay put it in with the screen so you can find it easily. So let's start. No problem with the emulator. I have not the ounce of guilt using a emulator, considering, as you can see behind me, my collection. Actually, the fun stuff is that the only one I am missing is the English US copy. It goes the same for the Suikoden II, but on the other one I think I almost got them all, including the collectors. I will bring back all the books, art books and books about Suikoden, and we'll talk individually about each of them. So okay, let's start. So what's the matter, Teal? Are you nervous? Don't worry, the audience will be finished quickly. Just be the way you always are. The Emperor is stern, but there is nothing to be afraid of. Master Teal, the Emperor will receive you now. Please come this way. I really insist because there are some of you online. Really, I know that there are different comfort of sound, so please let me know if you want me to put the sound maybe louder for the game, because actually, if you are a fan, you know that the soundtrack is just great. Composed, she wasn't the only one, but the main, I would say the most famous of the composers was Miki Higashino, also working on Suikoden II. Unfortunately, she left after that, but we have the opportunity to talk, maybe to have dedicated shows about the musics. But please let me know if the sound is not right. Teal McDowell, General of the Imperial Army, and his son Teal McDowell, here for an audience with the Emperor. Welcome, Teal. How are things? Much as they were when we fought together in the War of Successions, Your Highness. Impressive words. Do you not agree, Windy? Indeed, they are the words of a great general. Teal, I'm sure you're aware of the troubling activity in the north. Would you be willing to travel there to protect the border? Our disputes with the United City-States or Joestowns are complicated, but with General McDowell in charge, we can rest assured. My beloved sword, Prak, has brought me luck on countless occasions. I would like you to have it. Take it with you. Thank you, Your Highness. I, too, swear not to disappoint you. You have my blessings. Good luck, Teal. Actually, if you are not comfortable with me reading the lines, I know that mostly not that much at ease with it in general. I tend to play games and not read the lines, but I know that especially in RPG, for most of the people I've seen, most of the streaming I've seen, people are more comfortable with the players reading the lines. So please let me know which one you are more comfortable with. So you are Teal's boy, Teal. Quite an impressive little countenance. Listen, Teal, would you be willing to give the Empire a helping hand while your father is protecting the northern border? Well, actually, you maybe you remember or not, but the hero is kind of mute. Putting quotes on here, is mute in the sense that you always have to choose. He has not his own script, and the only lines is got you have to choose with him. Most of them actually are, of course, it's a Captain Obvious kind of precision, but it's scripted as every game, but like in every game, but actually you can insist on some of them. In Suikoden I, there are not a lot of difference, only in some kind of key times in the game, key places, and I won't tell you more of that for the time being because it will be spoilers. But most of them are just like, you know, to give you kind of a mood and the kind of choices you can make. Yes, Your Highness. You already resemble your father. I shall look forward to seeing you grow into manhood. Thank you for your kind words, Your Highness. Commander Craze of the Imperial Guard would be Master Steel Superior. What an attractive young man you are. Good luck to you, Teal. We had better be going, Your Highness. I'm relying on you, Teal. And Teal, I hope your efforts will surpass your father's. Let's go. So I was speaking about the score, so the musics. Actually, to me, I know that there is some kind of nostalgia. That's not surprising for a guy who is who launched a channel called Suikocast. But at the same time, you know, actually, I think they are really great. Even today, it's not getting old, and I like how they set up the mood. You know, we have been switching like from some kind of baroque, some kind of you know, very medieval sounds of the courts maybe, and we're switching to some kind of epic musics as well. But they are very. They can be the same and very different at the same time. It's not pretty clear, but I think that the changes are actually very subtle, even when they are playing on some kind of cliche. But please let me know if you agree with me or not. So we can speak to. There are some characters that I won't tell you much more about it to avoid spoiler once again, but some of the characters that actually have a picture, an avatar, when you can speak to them, actually are more important than others. It's very important for some of the characters, and a little less important for others. So we have the character of Kasim Hazil, who happens to be a friend of Theo McDowell, our the father's hero. Ah, Theo, it looks like you brought a fine son into this world. I envy you. You are embarrassing me, Kasim. And you can actually continue and go on with the lines. It's not that crazy at the beginning, of course, but I think that there is a very the writing is very polished in the sense that most of the information you get, there's not just there to set up mood and to give you some kind of informations. Most of them come back at you at some points in the game. Maybe it's the memories of the nostalgia speaking once again, but I don't think so, because I replay Suikoden very often, and actually every line you have in a Suikoden series, I mean 1, 2, maybe the 3 and fifth ones. We'll talk about the fourth games maybe in the future, because it's controversial. But every line you have is it's there for a reason, and I really appreciate that, especially in the RPG. And that's why, to me, Suikoden 1 is very important, not only because it's the first one, but because it just it goes to the essential, it goes to the point. You don't have some jibber jabber chatty, longish and infinite chats, meaningless chats. You go and stick to the point. So, this is Craig's room. You'll be reporting to him starting tomorrow. Go and introduce yourself. I'll be just checking once again. Sorry guys for the sound. Yeah, I don't think it's very high, but please let me know if you want to hear more of the music, or more of my voice. If you say the music, I won't be. It won't be a problem. You can put any things about Suikoden above me. Hey, so you're Teal's boy. What's your name? Teal? I couldn't care less if you're the son of the great general. You'll get no special treatment here. Understand? Now, go on home. Work begins tomorrow. Report here first things in the morning. I just wait for some kind of not a pause, but did you introduce yourself? I must admit I'm quite surprised that you have been assigned to such a weakling, but well, let's get going. Gremio must be worried sick. So yeah, I will take the opportunity to make a quick retweet to tell the guys we are live. Okay, here we go. Back to the game. Okay. Hey, Nashu. Been in and out, yeah? Bluish green. Your phone is about to die. Ah, too bad. Sorry to hear that. Oh, there's no problem. No problem. Thank you. It's going right to my heart. And I hope we see you in the future. So, I hope that your phone will get better, not better, but that you won't have so much trouble with it. But please be reassured that there's going to be replays. So if you want to watch them, and I hope if you can tell us Nashu or Bluish Green if the sound is okay, so I'll be sure that for you the replay will be fine for everyone on the YouTube channel. And thank you for being there. Et bonsoir Nashu. I'm switching, making an exception like I told you in the start. I'm switching in French for Nashu. And I hope you are doing very well in the evening, or the afternoon for some of you, or even the morning if you don't know the place in the world. That's the magic of streaming. So let's get back to the game. Thank you, Nashu. Welcome home, young master. How did it go? Was everything okay? Were you nervous in front of the Emperor? I was so worried. But I guess everything went fine. You shouldn't worry so much, Gremio. Oh, Master Tio, I didn't notice you at all. Didn't notice me. Good grief. The only one you seem to care about is Tio. Sorry, Mr. Tio. By the way, young master, Ted is here to congratulate you. Oh my god! The stew! The stew! Wow. Yes, please, please, come anytime you want. And like I told you, I know it's not the same that the lives, but you have the replay, so you can feel the vibe even if you're not there at the time, and watch the episodes anytime you want. And please, I really want you to insist on telling me in general, on the Twitter account or any place you want in the comments, or what are the best time you want. You know, it's very hard to me, of course, because actually I was more making I was thinking more of the US speakers, so I was choosing the US area, but maybe from time to time I can switch to other places, because I'll be streaming in English during the weekends, so I can switch the time I'll be playing, I'll be streaming. So please let me know. And please, for the one leaving like bluish in green, go go and see the replay on YouTube, and subscribe on YouTube and here in the social media. It's just not to promote the channel. It's because there is an exclusive interview, some kind of episode 0 that I'm going to put online. I think you'll be very interested in. So please, if you can stay till the end of the stream, please go see the replay, and there'll be a great news for you about Suikoden. And welcome to you guys. Hi Machini. So I think that we are the same here, like Bluish Green told us, the fond memories we have of the game, but also the fact that there's so many details that are so refreshing. I was speaking of the quality of the script, of course, but you know, this kind of details, like here with Gremio, which is the master's servant, the hero's servant, and he's like doing like, my hands are full right now. This is the most important step when you're making a stew, and you have the choice, you know, of pulling his ears, tickle him, or leave him alone. And to me, the most funny and least brutal one is always tickle him. I already tried the other one, but you know, maybe that's because I really like the character of Gremio, and he's so dedicated that I'm having the hardest time, you know, bothering him too much. Wow, stop! Please, young mister, stop! And I was like also insisting on the fact that there are many details. Like, it's not very surprising in the RPGs, especially if you are you have played a lot of them, but it's always some dedication to the script or the situation. I found in not that much of RPGs in my life. You know, I've played, I'm not the RPGs masters, but I played a lot of them, especially JRPGs, Japanese RPGs, and this one I've always details and so stuff that I really like. You know, here same, you can scare him or leave him. Let's leave him. Hey Gremio, where's my super? He's like daydreaming. Say, it's young master, back already. How was your audience with the uproar? And you can find, you know, details with the books about martial arts, and talk with your fist. Some kind of, I guess if Pan and Chuck Norris met in the real life, it would be they would be having the best talk. Or Pan, who should surely be a Chuck Norris fan. Oh, really? Neshu? Never heard of it. I don't know if you, if you are making a joke of you are actually discovering the game. If you are, I'm very very happy that you are discovering it with us. Young master, how many times do I have to tell you? Please knock before entering the room of a lady. Oh well, you can be forgiven if it's my room, I suppose. So how was your audience with the Emperor? Were you nervous? And the same goes here. You can actually try to read Cleo diaries, and if you do it, she will protest because you don't have to mess up with the lady's belongings. I heard the news. Still, you met the Emperor, didn't you? Tell me all about it, please. Let's go up to your room, okay? Tell me all about the Emperor right now. I'll be very glad if you have the time to share your memories, like blushing green of the game. He told us that the games hold a special place in his heart by actually sharing it with his friend in his grade school time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't read until the end, Blushin. That's so sad. Oh, I guess it's actually good and sad memories at the same time. And I won't make any parallel with the games because it's very personal to you, and but also because it will be spoiling the game. But I can understand that Suikoden I is very special because of this this part of your life you were sharing, and thank you for sharing that actually. So Ted is like, please let me join your entourage. Okay, Nashu, cool, but well, I hope I will convince you that I owe so much to Master Tio, who adopted me when I was an orphan, and I want to return the favor. Okay? Well, in general, I will choose the most obvious choices. Like, when you see the script, you actually have the idea of the hero being, like the actual neutral hero, like hero-ish and stuff. So I will go like on the most serious answers, mostly because if you go on the one like no, I don't want to, etc., it will give you an alternate choice, but we'll come back at almost every time, to the first choice we have to make. So of course, come with us. Great, I knew you were a good friend. Now, for more important matters, what kind of man was the Emperor? And tell me about Windy, the court magician. Was she beautiful? Come on, tell me everything. I see. I'm sure I would like to see Windy in person. Hey, Chill. I really don't know how to tell you this, but... Say, Chill, there is something I want to tell you. Can you keep a secret? Can you promise not to tell anyone what I'm about to tell you? Gremio, young master, Ted, supper is ready. Hey, it's time to eat. Let's go, Chill. We can talk some other time. Oh wow, in the middle of the third game. Well, may he rest in peace. Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. Yeah, the first one is like very solid RPG, and the other great things about the first one is like it's if you consider it being a RPG, it's not that long. You know, if you want to finish it by not doing everything in the game, you are like on the 20-25 hours of play, which is not that long for a classic RPG. The second one is longer, but well, we come to that later. Are the glasses filled? Attention, everybody! Tomorrow morning, I must travel north. Chill will be responsible for the household in my absence. I'd like you all to give him full support. Gremio? Yes, sir? You've taken care of Chill since he was a baby, thanks to your efforts. He's grown into a fine youth. I'm grateful to you. But, sir, this is my job. And besides, serving young master is a pleasure for me too. I'm glad to hear it. I hope you continue to watch over him. Cleo, Pan, I'm counting on you two as well to help and protect. Yes, Master Chio. Of course, sir. Leave it to us. And Chad, I hope you'll always be a good friend to Chio. I would do so even if you said otherwise, sir. Right, Chio? Enough talk. Let's eat before the food gets cold. Let's raise our glasses. Yes. Bluish green. Take care of yourself, and yeah, I'll see you in the future. Definitely. You can skip to the replay at the end for the information, so you won't be lost for the next ones. Take care of yourself, and see ya. To my son, to the Empire. So that's what I was told you beforehand. So yeah, just before I go on, if you are surprised by the visuals, actually I didn't made the tests back on the Suikoden 1, but I'm pretty sure that it's not the visuals of the original game. I'm pretty sure it's because of the emulator, sorry, not dealing well with the game, because I'm not remembering this kind of color and almost glitching kind of visuals. Well, anyway, just for the detail. It looks like I won't be seeing your face for a while, Chill. So Chill is the hero I was explaining at the when we started the live, that it's the official name of the hero, official name given by Konami in the novels, because there have been novels we get in there when we speak about Merc's merchandising and goods of Suikoden. Shall we wake him up? No, let him sleep. It's not as if we'll never meet again. Gremio, take good care of him, won't you? I will, Mr. Chio. Oh, did I wake you up? Good morning. Listen, young master. Master Tiro departed while you were sleeping. You are such a late sleeper. Today, you start working as a member of the Imperial Forces. We must prepare to visit Commander Craze. Ah, this sound. Actually, you get this sound in the replays. It's the best sound to sum up the Suikoden magic, I guess. Gremio joins the entourage. And like like we have seen before, you can check the diaries of the different characters from your entourage, and you also can check yours. But that's funny because, and it's very, I would say, coherent, logical in the game system. When you check yours, you actually have your avatar, and you can get access to the saving system. So let's not be daredevils and create a save. And like I told you, we had this scene with the dinner. That's exactly what I meant when I told you that every line, every situations in the game, in the script, is so well written, so well. They are deciding things so much in advance, and actually, there are a lot of people in the Suikoden team. Will get back in there, but there is really there was a really big difference between the time that Murayama, which was the guy behind the creation of the Suikoden universe, left during the third game. We'll get back there. It's not, it's not like, once again, it's not like nostalgia and being like, it was better with the original creator, but there is a real difference, and I think that in the future streams, when we be joined by more and more fans, they will also tell you that there was really a before and after Murayama. Even if the fifth installation of the game, the fifth one, is a really great one. The fourth one is not that bad, but actually it's very different. It has a different rhythm, a different script. We'll get back there. I'm sorry I'm being so glad to share it with the other fans and other curious people. So the next time we have a day off. Hey, here he comes. You're late, young master. It's your first day on the job. I'm so excited. Whether it's battling bandits on Mount Seaview or monsters on Lake Toran, Pan Hears is your man. Calm down, will you? All you ever think about is fighting. Our job is to protect the young master. I know. Now, let's be on our way to the palace. And I was speaking about music, so for the people discovering the game, prepare yourself. Hey, wait for me, Chill. How can you leave me behind? You know you'll be lonely without me, right, Chill? Wow, this sound, this music. Well, here we are, actually with the city of Gregminster, and I forgot to tell you that I would like also to insist on the game design facts. When I mean game design, I'm looking for game design, level design, sound design, etc. Even UX and UI design, and actually it's not that different of other RPGs, but it's pretty well done. You have the actual big city you're starting in, and it will be very important regarding the following events in the game. And even on level design wise, you have the classical. Actually, in general, in games, they are like hanging on the sign, or even with 2D, they give you the impression that the signs are hanging on the side. But here, they made the choice to like stick them on the buildings or on the roof, which can be strange at first, but I think it's a very good choice in general. So you can at first you won't have a clue, and we'll get back into that for in the next and the following streams. But you have some of them that you actually can guess, you know, like the inn, of course, and these two you can actually have a guess. I will spoil it. It was the item shop and the armor shop, and this one we'll see in the near future. The game of the sound of the game is a bit low. Thank you, Nashu. How about that? Do I need to turn up the volume, or is it okay? You tell me. A little again, okay. What about here? Blah blah blah. Chit chat. Test. Suikoden. Nashu hearing. Okay, perfect. I just give it a little bit more, and I think we are okay. And like Nashu, please, if I need to make any modification on the sound, please let me know. Okay, so we actually, because I was telling you a lot about game design and such, here is another detail I like. I already made it made the same on the first stream I did in French, but actually this one is great, you know, sound design wise. You have the sound of the fountains, you can hear clearly here, and if you just go a little further, just in the distance. As I said before, it's not the only RPG of having this kind of features, but to have all of these kind of details, it's pretty great, you know. So, like I told you, if you don't remember, we have to get back to Commander Craze. Hey, so, it's Tears Boy. You're late. You can't be pampered all your life, you know. Now, for your first assignment, listen carefully, because I'll only tell you once. Oh, sorry. Northeast, I was skipping the dialogue, I'm sorry. There's northeast of here, there is some kind of island with the characters called Leknat, and she has been commissioned to look into the stars. Go there and bring me her results. Are you listening? Tell me what the Magician's Island is. So, yeah. Just to test if you have been listening. Hey, at least you can understand what I'm saying. Hey, here are the rest of your instructions. There is no boat to Magician Islands, but I've arranged for a Dragon Knight from the Knights of the Dragon's Den to take you there. You find him in front of the barn. The dragon will transport you to the island. By the way, Leknaat at the Seer is the younger sister of court magician Windy, so you'd better behave yourself. So, here we go. You have to check the barn. There's not much of a indication, but it's not that far. Gee, I was looking forward to your first job, and it turns out to be an errand? As if we were kids. I was hoping for something really exciting. Take it easy, Pan. Besides, the astrological results are very important for the Empire. It's not such a bad assignment. You're right, and this job won't be so dangerous. Oh, I don't mean to imply that you're not reliable, Mr. Chill, but... Hey, Chill, we get to ride a dragon and meet a real dragon knight. Dragon knights are really cool. Come on, let's get going. So like I told you before, if you want to share any memories of any question about the game, if you already played it or discovering it, please feel free to interact in the chat. So you can guess that here is the dragon and the dragon's knight. Let's speak to him. Are you the Imperial Guard? I'm Futch, Apprentice Dragon Knight, and this is my dragon Black. Hey Black, introduce yourself. Well, just just a few words to say that it could sound a little bit cheesy to have or kitsch to have some kind of sound of an elephant for a dragon, but at the time and even now it's not that disturbing. Maybe it should be for some people, but isn't it cute? So you'll be going to Magician Island. Black will take you there in no time. You're a Dragon Knight? You're just a punk. What did you say? You're a punk yourself. Actually, I don't know if there are fans here, but I like to pronounce since I've seen the TV show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I like to emphasize the word punk. Like if you know the show, there is this great character called Raymond Holt, and is like putting the emphasis on the word punk. I'm a punk? I happen to be a 300 years? Alright, that's enough. Let's be on our way. Let go of me, Gremio. You called me a punk. Oh boy, this is going to be some trip. Take it easy, Futch. Let's get going. Okay. Everyone climb aboard the basket on Black's back. Are you ready? Hold on tight or you'll fall off. Not that I mind if some of you fall off. Hey! Watch it. Quit fighting the basket. Okay, Black, let's go. And I really like, the kind of minimalist animations because we are on the start of the PS1, so of course it won't be as a smooth 2D as we have in the future, especially with Suikoden II. Here we are. Speed make you dizzy? Well, my job ends here. I wait here until you're done. Be careful. So, actually, we are about to discover the fighting system. And an interesting fact, I will check some time here. So, as you can see, there are a lot of characters fighting. 5 of them, if you count them well. But actually, there is room for a 6th one. So, when your team is full, you have 6 characters, which is not that something that you can't see that often in RPGs. It's not the only RPGs with 6 characters or even more, but that's pretty rare in my opinion. And another thing that which is very interesting is the camera. You have this kind of camera with some kind of a diagonal angle with you know, like if the characters were above you, and it's very interesting, you know, if you consider the action, the fact of it being a fight, and you don't see this kind of view very often in RPG once again. So let's see the option we get, and we'll start the fight just after that. So we got fight, we got run, classical RPG action. We got bribe, not that classical, but you can find it with other words in RPGs. And we got free will, which is actually auto mode, where the AI, sorry, I'm thinking with my French brain. The AI will decide of the action you will check. So let's check on the regular basis. Sorry. So you have the attack, and if you see, you can't reach the guys in the on the back row, and we see why. So let's attack the Holy Boy. Here we got attack, defend, some gray option if you can just make your eyes a little bit more tense. You can read rune. We'll get back there. Item, classical, and unite. Oh, so there is a unite, which is a unite attack with Gremio and Pan. And if you see, you can reach on the back row. So let's use it. And here is an attack, but here, interestingly enough, Cleo can reach the guys in the back row, and Ted too. So we see why when we end the fight. Which is pretty interesting for an RPG with this kind of... So let's go on to the auto mode. And now you can reach the fur guy, because we killed the one in the back, in the front row, sorry, and so the guy on the back row can come on the front row. And strategically speaking, this is very interesting. So why can we reach or not reach the enemies? If you check the information in the menu, you can see that Chill is M, Gremio M also, Pan is S, Cleo and Ted is L. So what the heck is these letters? So it's not that complicated. S comes for short, M for medium, and L for long. Actually, that's the range of the characters, and you can attack people on the back row. Any place you are with L characters, you can attack people on the back row if you are on the front row and there are not any characters in front of them, and you can attack characters on the front row only if you are yourself, your characters as a S range character is on the front row. So you can little by little you can understand the kind of strategy that you can use in the game, and how you have to be very aware of your formation and the formation of the game, of the enemies. So there is the rune. For the time being, there is only one in Pan that he can use as a special attack. And if you are curious, there is question marks if you check Ted. We'll see it in the near future, so that's not spoiler. You have the classical kind of stats items, of course, that you can change and manage with every character. So for instance, it's interesting to hand over medicine to a character with no medicine. For example, Pan. not because, or not only because you can use it for him, but if you do so, you can use it in during the fights. So actually, when you start the game, there are a lot of details that very rich details that you can maybe have imagine the full potential of it, and that it's interesting that you, by playing it, you oh, okay, that's why I couldn't use this item with this guy. It's because I didn't hand over the item to the actual character I wanted him to use. So it's very interesting. It's subtle, it's not that crazy, but it's very interesting. So we'll do a few fights, not only just to let you see the fighting system, but because it will be to be at ease with the XP points with the battles to come, which are not that complicated, but just to be sure and to be at ease. And we'll find also some kind of chests. Some of them are hidden, kind of hidden, like this one. Generally, you will find them as a classical RPG by taking every alternate path. So if you go a long time with different sideways, consider getting back on your feet, sorry, and checking maybe the other path, because it's probably that you missed chests. Some of them, it's not that much in the game, are very well hidden, but in general they are actually very easy to find. So let's do that. So I think we do this first errand, and then we'll stop right there for so we will be together for at least, I would say, 15 minutes or so, if you need to manage your time. But also because I have a lot to tell you about the Suikocast project, and this being the first show, it's now or never. But there actually be a lot and many other shows, but so let's just get to the next level. Classical grinding, but like I told you, okay, I'm being lazy, but and I don't know if you noticed, I was telling you about the camera, but there is also another interesting thing, which is when you have some kind of special attacks, like the unit attack, or even with the critical hits, the camera is zooming on the enemy you are striking, which is once again very subtle but very interesting way of putting the emphasis on the action. I will also show you about the items. There is some kind of interesting UX UI design. Even at the time, it was not that crazy, but I found it interesting. They kept it with here's one kind of actually they are even on the level design. They are generous, because if you go on the wrong way, I can actually see that you missed the chest. So this is, to me, this is very interesting, that in the first moments of the game you learn what you have to do, and what can be the missing opportunities, especially interesting in a game such as an RPG, that you have to invest a lot of time, and Suikoden is doing that simply, like many others great RPGs. so they won't leave me telling you about the the items and the interesting stuff on the UX UI design. The enemies don't want us to know. Almost there. We are looking for the level 4 here. So if you go to the items, you can actually manage items such as the medicine that can make you recover 100 HP, but you can also manage the defensive items, so the equipment. So interesting fact, if you hand over for example wooden shoes, you can see that there are all of the party have the name green lighted, and only one have a red color, which is still which is the character actually owning in his bag. We can imagine it's the bag on him, the wooden shoes. What does that mean? It means that if you give the wooden shoes to any other character, the fact of them being in green light is that it will improve some of the stats if you equip this item. It's very interesting because if you don't want to manage and try and test with each character, by doing so you know which one is for which character it is interesting to hand over them the item. And I think it's very smart because you are saving, sorry, I was looking for the word, you're saving a lot of time with this kind of UX and UI design. So let's give it to Gremio. The leather coat actually is good on Chill, is our hero, so we'll leave him with the leather coat. Gremio has a robe, so here I can it's not interesting to hand it to anybody, so let's leave the robe to Gremio. And there is also another one. We see it probably in the future, but another one, another option, which is neither green nor red, and it's actually some kind of grayish color of the name of the character, which means this character cannot equip this this kind of gear. So speaking of equipment, let's do it here. So you can see it's pretty basic for the time, even for the time, but you have the essential information. So here you know that you have two kind of gears, a tunic and a leather coat, and if you change to the leather coat you improve to 36, and so on for every equipment. So let's give no, this one is not good. Oh, is the only one you can improve? Okay, no, I was not crazy. No, this one is just okay. Okay, no, that's this one. This one was not, so no equipment. So let's put wooden shoes. Okay, just one more fight and we can go on. Okay, perfect. The furfurs, which are, if I'm not mistaken, the strongest characters, so I think we are good. We actually were already good. Sorry, I'm too tired. So just check if you. No, it's not that interesting to heal the guys. So let's go. How unusual to have visitors on this island. I must prepare an appropriate welcome. Ringed rune. So this sound is actually pretty dope and very interesting. We'll get back later. So, with this golem, let's go. Let's attack. Let's give our best attack. Attack again. Ah, here, the critical hit with the camera. There. So it was just to let you discover the first, for the first time, the boss team, but actually it's pretty easy. Wow, you guys are really something, beating my magic like that? I'm impressed. Imperial Grounds. Hey, have you got something against us or what? Take it easy, I know who you guys are. You've come to see Lady Necknat, right? I just wanted to test you. I guess you're the real thing. Come this way, honored guest. So I like, we'll see furthermore, but I like the kind of design, even on 2D styles. You can actually guess the kind of windows that like you have in churches in medieval time, and this one's actually, even if it could seem like a cheap 2D kind of design, but I like how you're not sure if it's actually some kind of stick of ice or actual blue flames, and I don't know if that because I'm such a huge fan, but I really think that even with the limitations of the PS1, it was not just putting this kind of arts just because we couldn't do better than that. It was actually thought to give this kind of ambiguous kind of visuals. Is it flame? Is it ice? So here we go. And interesting, this kind of level design here. You have to get on the stairs, like pretty easy, but it give you the kind of epic chills. Where am I heading? Who am I meeting at the top? And you can be, you can even avoid the character, and even if you do so, you will understand that you are missing something. That's funny, that because there are some situations in the game that will be classical RPG to tell you, hey, you have to come back there. But this one, it's pretty funny considering the importance of the time and the mission and the characters. Is not just letting you through. I was expecting you, messengers from the Empire. Oh my, what a cute messenger we have this year. She says you cute, Till. How do you feel about that? I'm sorry, you're a soldier of the Empire. I shouldn't call you cute. I have prepared the astral conclusion. Follow me. Young master, we must go to Lady Necknat's. Imperial Messenger, here are the astral conclusion. Please take them. What's your name? I see. Chill. Such a friendly name. I am an astrological magician. My job is to see the future in the stars. But the future is not unchangeable. All I can see is the overall flow of things. Chill. You are bearing a huge burden in the flow of destiny. You will have to make painful choices and experience a great deal of pain and sorrow. And I know not what the outcome is, but always remember that your destiny is in your own hands. Never forget that. You must decide what is right. Do you understand? Here are the astral conclusions. My job is now done, but we will meet again. Not that I see our reunion in the stars, it's just my wish. Believe yourself, Chill. I cannot say more than that. Sorry. I cannot say more than that. No. You're back at last. You sure took your time. What were you up in? What were you up to in there? If we don't hurry, Fudge will get impatient and leave us behind. Let's get going. Don't be so rude to Lady Licknat. Aren't you hungry or something? Shut up. You must all be bored. I'll have Luke take you to the shore. Luke? I'm here, Lady Licknat. Take Chill and his companions to the shore, and none of your tricks now. Do you hear? Of course not, ma'am. I would never trick anyone. If you'll excuse us, Lady Licknat, we'll be on our way. You? Yes? Your job is to protect Chill. Take this. It should come in handy sometime. Fire crystal acquired. Chill, remember what I told you. Ready, everyone? Then close your eyes. Wind Rune, show your power. Boy, are they late. Hey, Black, think we should leave? The Imperial Guard should be able to fend for themselves. What the? Whoa! What's going on here? We're back here already? I've never seen such magic. You are a worthy apprentice to Lady Licknat. That's all fine, but where's Ted? Ouch! Watch it, you punk! Better watch your mouth. Enough is enough. I'm sick of all this fighting. It's about time. Hurry up and hop on, or we'll leave you behind. We are all aboard. Darn, it's crowded in here. Okay, Black, let's fly back to the Imperial capital. So, we're getting to the end of this first streaming, and I will let you know about the details for the next ones in a few. Just the time for me to save the game and to speak with you a little bit. That's the end of my job. You all have to deliver the astral conclusions to the commander. While I'm in the capital, I might as well take a look around. How would you like to go to the theater, Black? So, let's deliver the astral conclusions, and let's call it a day. Finally back, eh? I've been sick of waiting for you. Hurry up and give me the astral conclusions. I guess you've done your job. You are apparently not totally useless. So get ready for your next assignment. What's the matter? Why don't you look happier? It's an honor to be able to work for the Empire. Commander Craze is right. Listen carefully. East of Greatminster you find a town called Rockland. Understand? Rockland, east of Greatminster. For some reason, this town has failed to pay its taxes. For some reason, they won't pay. So you will go to Rockland. That's right, you go to Rockland. And tell them that their tax payment is overdue. Tell them they're overdue. Shut up! Stop yapping while I'm talking. That's right, all of you stop yapping. Idiot! Kanan! I'm telling you to shut up. Who? Me? Forget it. Anyway, ask the military commander of Rockland about the tax situation. His name is Grady, and you'll take Kanan with you on the mission. Hey, listen all of you, I'm your superior in the Imperial world. Disobeying me means disobeying the Empire. Keep that in mind. What a creep. That's all I have to say. Now, get on your way to Rockland. So, here we are. Let's go and save the game. And let's have a little chat just right after that. So actually you can save in your room, but of course being an RPG there are save points and also save points in the ends of the game. My, what are you doing here? If you want to rest, go home. Or is there some reason you can't? Have you been picking on Gremio again? So we will just save for the time being there. There's not even no need to sleep. Here we are. Okay. So, well, like I told you, let's call it a day for the game, at least. Sorry, that was the emulator, like not bugging, but so here we are, the first live. I will switch back to the camera and let you know about Suikocast and the kind of exclusive information I wanted you to know. So the idea with Suikocast, I told you beforehand, it's a show. We'll be having podcasts, we'll be having shows dedicated to the game, let's plays, analysis of the whole Suikoden universe, and even I won't go too fast with the ideas, but maybe even translations of officials books, such as this one's. For example, this one is the Konami official guide of Suikoden I, where you can find all the information of the characters, the games, and even interesting interviews. Some of them have been translated here and there, especially on places such as Suikosource, but it's very with the time going on and on, it's very hard to find them and some of the people, it's complicated for them, to grab them on the forums. You have to find them and reach for the information. Some of the people don't like to read, and they prefer to get just one fast video or audio to tell them about this character, this kind of analysis. So that's what we'll try to do in the future. That's one of the many things we do in the future on this Suikocast. So like I told you before, feel free to join us, and please, I really I can't stressed up more the fact of spreading the info, of letting people know that we are on the social medias, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram at Suikocast, and also on Twitch live every week. It will probably on Saturday or Sundays, and probably around these times, like 5 p.m. ish, I would say, in the US. I see in the future, I do as much as I can. I do polls to know if there are others times that are better for you. Please let me know. So I told you about transiting stuff. Told you about videos about the universe. I told you about let's plays. I won't be alone, that's for sure, because there is my friend Futch. His name his nickname is came from the, you can see him just right there. Is mostly on the French streaming, but I'm sure that if I offer him to get there with you and speak about his love of the game, he'd be glad to join us. So I hope you'll make him a warm welcome when he joins us. And of course, the idea, like I told you, is to be in the philosophy of the game, and there's some kind of open offer to all of the fans who wants to come and drop by, actually. So if you are interested of being on a live stream, a let's play of Suikoden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll do all of them, even the spin-offs, such as the Suikoden Tactics. We try to do the card stories, so the Game Boy Advance games, and we'll stick to the game who don't belong to the mythological Suikodens, such as Tear Cries and the PSP game, too tired to pronounce accurately the Japanese games, so that the fans know which one I'm speaking about. So that's the main program, the main idea. If you are a fan, if you want to come and share your ideas, if you are I don't know, a game designer, and you like some of the stuff and the features in the game, you want to discuss it. Actually, I didn't tell you, but I'm actually teaching game design and game studies. That's why I like to mention them in the videos, and I will maybe do proper and actual videos dedicated to that. So if you're just a fan, if you like to write fan fictions, if you like to maybe compose and do covers of musics of the Suikoden universe, I know that there is a great people such as Lauren the Flute. For the people who don't know, I contacted her a few months ago, and I told her that when everything is in place, I'll be so glad to get her with us in the show. I hope she'll be with us at some time. But even if you're looking this part and you are interested, please let me know. You can let me know on the social medias. You can let me know on the email. There is actually a Suikocast at gmail.com, and you can let me know any way you want. If you're interested to be in the show, I'd be glad to have you during a let's play or even a dedicated video. I really want the all the communities of Suikoden. The idea is not to be you know bigger or better than another one, but if you need me to share, I would say time or ideas about how to let people know about Suikoden and how maybe to find a way to get a sequel or remaster, please contact me as well. On the other side, if you can share and let the people know about my show, I'll be glad. And I promise you some kind of surprise, a sneak peek of an exclusive interview that will be online pretty soon. He actually had his birthday a few days ago, and I'm sorry I didn't have the time to wish him properly. So, dear Jeremy Blaustein, I dedicate you the show. So, who is Jeremy Blaustein? Are you going to ask me? Well, Jeremy Blaustein is the guy you have to thanks for having such a great US version of the game. He was the guy behind the localization of Suikoden II. So and also the Metal Gear series, a lot of game. The guy is a veteran from the localization in the game industry, and I was lucky enough to get him in. I think it's almost 2 hours show with Jeremy Blaustein. We were speaking about the series, the work he done, and they were with us a huge fan of the series. Who also happened to be a great veteran from the localization video game industry. It's called Andy Klim. It will probably be with us and in some of the shows. I'm pretty sure. I know for sure because they told me if you want, if you have any shows in the future, please let me know. So many interesting people, and really, if you know guys who are great fans and know a lot or have interesting things to share about Suikoden, that's really the idea. It's just not to share the love of the game, me just being blah 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 about trivias and such, but really that's the idea of the communities, is to share it and to maybe even create things. You are probably aware of the projects such as Suikoden's 1.5 and 2.5 sequels, fan fictions, fan made sequels. A lot of things about Suikoden. The fan are not surprised because they probably know about it, but maybe for the other one you discover a big lore, a big series which has heart, and I hope you be convinced to play the game if you didn't for the time being. So I was speaking of a sneak peek. I will try to share it with you here. Just give me a few seconds so I can share it with you.
I don't recall having that understanding.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I translated that scene with the die pig. Sorry about all the exclamation points.
Thank. It's one of my. I still love it, Jeremy. I love it so much, but there are a lot of dots in that game.
Yeah. The simple answer to the dots.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dramata. The simple answer to the dots is that people have to cast themselves back to try to imagine a time before we, in a sense, it was kind of like how people in the 50s, doctors would smoke cigarettes. We didn't know they were bad for you. And for me, I had this concept that the screen real estate was so big, and a line would fill an entire, page. And so when a character was not answering with the ellipses, it would have a better effect on the visually to see a row of dots rather than just 3 dots, scrunched into the left of the real estate. That was my sense. Now,
been lucky enough to have him in the show, and probably maybe in the future. So here, like I promised you, I make a proper edit of it for the replay, so you can have it. I will leave you on that for tonight. So please consider subscribing in here on the channel on Twitch to be warned on any future shows, to join us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All of them very easy. Suikocast, like Suikoden, but you just get the den part and put cast on it, and you can follow us like you were here on twitch.tv/this podcast, DEEZPODCASTS. You have all the info, of course, in the description of the video, and I really hope I see you in the future to share together our love of Suikoden. Thanks you so much for being there. Thanks for the chat. Take care of yourself, and of course, I see you soon. Stars of Destiny. Bye.